went through each jungle deep for the paradise that we'd to see. There's no trip for the weak. We're waltzing with the natives. Na 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 na.
Hello everybody, how are we all doing? Welcome back to the Celtic Corner. My name's Jamie. I'm joined by Corey again this week. How you doing, bro?
How you doing, Jamie boy? How we doing?
All good, mate. All good. Still buzzing after a wee victory on Sunday there. That was a needs must. So we've done a wee programme about that. So we're now halfway through the week, mate. I'm still happy. Since then, Corey boy, it has been revealed that the post SPFL fixtures have been released after the split. And what's your thoughts on it, mate? I know we did do a wee piece on it and off the underside and stuff, but let me just read it out to people who are maybe unaware or need a wee bit of reminding. So Saturday, April 25th, we play Falkirk at Parkhead. Sunday, May the 3rd, we play Hibs away at Easter Road. Sunday, May the 10th, we're at home to our across the city rivals Rangers at 12 o'clock. Then Wednesday, May 13th at 8 o'clock, we're away to Motherwell. And then the last day of the season, Saturday, May the 16th at 12:30pm, we're at home to league leaders Hearts. What's your thoughts on that, Corey boy?
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Obviously, there's tricky games there, like Motherwell away, Hibs away. But I'm a wee bit more optimistic. I'm getting there. I think I'm getting a wee bit more optimistic as the days go on, I think, with Celtic taking their chances, but still obviously got that wee doubt in our heads, especially with the way we've been performing this season.
Obviously, before that, we've got St Mirren on Saturday, which we will do a preview show for, I'm sure, at the end of the week and stuff. But, I mean, it's good that we get Falkirk at home to kick things off. I think that's quite a good kind of. I know Falkirk are. This is no disrespect to Falkirk, but you know, if you're to pick one of they finish sixth. You know what I mean? So to start at home against them, hopefully we'll go off to a flyer.
Hopefully, it's probably the best. I should probably jinx it now. Probably the best start we can get with the post split fixtures, but it'll be a tough game. But being at home, you have to be a bit more confident that it's going to be 3 points at Celtic.
Aye, I mean, that, like I say, that is probably the best scenario. I think you're looking at Hibs away. I mean, we've won already there this season. They're maybe not in the best of form at the moment. They did win at the weekend there, but you know, overall they've not been really consistent and stuff. So maybe Easter Road, that'd be another 3 points you'd be hoping for.
Hope so. I think was it Rodgers who got bet there at the start of the season? Am I right?
No, I don't think we.
Was that last season? I'm thinking about.
It must be last season because I think we won. Was it 2-0 or 2-1 there? Andy Ingles got the header.
I'm sure we've got beat there, but it will still be a tricky game. Hibs they always do perform against Old Firm, and especially at Easter Road. So, I still expect the 3 points. For
So if we get,
sorry, there you go.
Sorry, just if we get 6 points there, then we play Rangers. You know, it's in our hands at that point. You know what I mean? Hearts are going to have some tricky games and stuff like that as well. But that's right. I think if Celtic win all these matches, we win the league.
I think it's going to be out of our control more if we're going to win the league or not. We're hopeful that we're going to get points off Hearts and Rangers, and hopefully they can drop a few more points against the other teams in the split.
Aye, well, here's hoping, mate. Here's hoping, but it is going to be tricky for every team, regardless and stuff. But aye, I mean, there's a lot of fuss made this week about how Hearts should be finishing the league, you know, at home, which I'm not going to lie. I mean, I kind of agree with. I really do think that they've been kind of hard done by them. Ewan Cameron done a video about it yesterday, complaining about it and stuff, and I kind of agree with him. And then he came out with stats later on saying that over the past 16 seasons, it's happened 15 times where the team who are top coming into the split end the season at home. And I mean, 600 fans away from home. I mean, to win a league and stuff, I think the Hearts have been hard. I know that you need to beat everybody, and it's just the way it's worked out and stuff. But I do think Hearts have been a wee bit mistreated there, to be honest.
Mm, I'm not in that category. I wouldn't say that they've been hard done by. It's just the way it is. The We've won leagues away from home. We've had to do trophy days away from home. I mean, we've had to get trophies at away pitches. Obviously, you'd rather have it at home, but it is just the way it is. And if Hearts do their business, it might not even become anything, and it might not mean anything. They'll probably have their trophy day before we even play each other, if everything goes well for them, which I hope obviously doesn't. So I just think it's just the way it is, and I don't get the whole hoopla about it. I don't mind if we were away. I don't mind it if Rangers were home, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We just need to play who
I
we
can know,
want
but I
next.
mean, I know, but we're trying to promote the game here, and we're trying to make it a big deal this season and that. And I just think it would have been common sense to say, you know what, they've done so well to get up to the split. Let's just give them the end of the season game against Celtic or against whoever, and see how it goes. And that, I think that would have been more beneficial for Scottish football, to be honest. But
I don't really see the point really. If it was, that doesn't really mean much to me.
well, the
I
point is,
don't.
like I say, like, if you've got a full time castle, mate, you know what I mean, the last day of the season and stuff, that place will be rocking. It'll be good for TV cameras to turn up there. It'll be good for people to watch that. More people maybe to tune in to see a Hearts home game on the last day of the season and that. I just think, you know, but we'll see. I mean, it's still
But
going to be the case if it turns around at Parkhead and that. But
I was going to say it might be better because people might watch it even more if Hearts are going to win it, but they need to beat Celtic and they have to beat Celtic at their own ground. That's still fans would want to see that as well. You know what I mean, so it's regardless of what it was going to be, it was going to be highly viewed. I would say.
don't get me wrong, though, I don't agree with Alan McCoy's comments this morning about how Celtic run Scottish football. You know what I mean? That's just, there's no need for comments like that, to be honest. I mean, Rangers have had their fair share of, you know, favours over the years, and so have everybody, to be honest. I mean, I don't really know where this stuff comes from, to be honest.
He, his bitterness. He just doesn't like the fact that his team isn't the top dog anymore, and spat the dummy out doing stupid comments on Talk Sport. Doesn't really water off the duck's back, as they say.
And, you know, he's obviously trying to appease his fans and stuff like that, but I don't know.
He's trying to play the hero, like, oh, blah blah blah. I'll stick up for you and all that stuff, but doesn't wash with me.
Nah, but like I say, every fixture is going to be difficult getting into the split here. Other news today is, I'm sure you'll be happy with this, Corey boy, being a person who sits right close to the Green Brigade. But today that was announced that they're going to be back in the stadium as of Saturday. I'm going to read out the statement from Celtic. Sorry, regarding this news. Like I say, this Saturday they'll be back in the stadium against St Mirren. And the statement from Celtic is that the club is pleased to confirm that a route has been found to lift the suspension of the Green Brigade with effect from Saturday's game against St Mirren. On March 27th, at a meeting at Glasgow City Council Safety and Advisory Group, the club again addressed addressed the suspension on the Green Brigade. The SAG confirmed that it did not object to the suspension being lifted, subject to three conditions being satisfied. These were all still applicable policies will be adhered to, including season ticket terms and conditions agreement the members will comply with, the safety and security operations, recognition that a match-by-match report will be submitted to the Safety Advisory Group for as long as they deem it necessary. We communicated this to the Green Brigade and asked for their unconditional acceptance. They have today responded positively by accepting these conditions as outlined. Celtic interim chairman Brian Wilson said, I am pleased we have reached this point where suspensions can be lifted with the agreement of Glasgow City Council Safety Advisory Group on terms which apply to supporters throughout the stadium. On that basis, a full and united Celtic Park can get behind the team at this crucial point in the season. Corey, what's your thoughts on that statement? What's your thoughts on Green Brigade coming back?
I think obviously the Green Brigade coming back can only benefit Celtic because it doesn't matter what you think of them, they do bring the atmosphere. They do sing the songs, they do get everyone off their feet, everyone cheering. People, they come out with the old, oh, but we used to sing back in the day. We don't need the Green Brigade. I'm a season ticket holder, I'll be singing. Not a single person in that stadium would sing a song without the Green Brigade. And it's been proved because it's been, was it 4 or 5 months they've been banned? 4 or 5 months Celtic Park have been an absolute graveyard. And it's pretty sad, to be honest. So I'm glad in that aspect. I'm glad that they're going to be there to give the support of the team that's fully needed. I think it's long overdue that the Green Brigade have came back. I think the statement it just really speaks for itself. I just think the main point for me I think is why is it took so long? Because they didn't need to do a blanket ban on the Green Brigade. I don't think that was necessary. I think it should have been individuals being banned for whatever the police incident was. I think they were fighting with police or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Should have been individuals banned, which I've also seen that the Green Brigade are going to get refunds for the season tickets because obviously they've not used them and not allowed to use them. They're getting the points for away matches, which they would have been accumulated. So I think it's good all round, obviously, and the Celtic team, Celtic support really need them at this point in the season. I feel.
Right, you made a couple of points there. I agree with some of it, and I disagree with one or two. So the first thing you said was about Celtic Park. You know, the atmosphere has been pretty poor. It has, but I don't think it's really helped the fact that Celtic have been poor on the park. I don't think that's really helped the fans. You know, like get up for the games and stuff. You know, you look at the games like against, you know, for instance, Livingston in the last when we scored in the last minute, and you know, we're not been performing at Celtic Park recently. We're just not been doing it. Whether you could contribute that to the Green Brigade no being there, I don't really think you can. Celtic players should still have been performing and stuff. I mean, if Celtic were playing well on the park, who knows? Celtic Park might have had a bit more atmosphere about it than it has been. But I agree with the point that Green Brigade have been missed. They definitely they bring something definitely extra to Celtic Park. They bring an atmosphere. If you're sitting there and you're knowing that stand, you're more inclined to get involved if the Green Brigade are there and they're singing and stuff. So yeah, they're good for that point of view. I'm glad that they are coming back. What I hope that happens with all this is that both sides learn a lesson, you know, and I agree with your point about how it's took too long. This should never have took this long for them to, you know, come to an agreement and act like mature adults, you know, both sides. But I mean, I hope they learn lessons. I hope the Green Brigade realise that the club won't be walked over. You know what I mean? As much as I totally disagree with how Ross Desmond went about the AGM and stuff like that, I'm all on board with them being in charge and them saying, you know, we're in charge here. You don't misbehave if we say don't misbehave. I'm totally in favour of that. I'm not in favour of how he went about his actions that day. Because I don't believe the Green Brigade are bigger than Celtic. They're no bigger than the club. They're no bigger than any other fan that's in the stadium, in my opinion. So there's that side of it, and then there's the side of Celtic realising that Green Brigade are an asset to Celtic, and they should be, you know, they should be treated like so. You know what I mean? And as long as they don't step out of line, they should be treated with respect and shown that they bring a good atmosphere, not just to Celtic Park, but also to away games. If we just eradicate the nonsense, eradicate the flares and the want to fight with people and the banners, the political banners and stuff, which I don't agree with. Because whether you agree with the political side of things or not, whatever, certain things are only tolerated in football, you know what I mean? And they should be adhering to the rules. You know, even if I agree with some of the statements and some of the banners and that, it's no the rules, you're not allowed to do it, and it ends up just getting the club fined, it ends up getting smeared, you know what I mean, and we end up on the news for our political actions and stuff like that. And I just don't want that to happen. I want Celtic to be a football club. And you know, that's a whole different debate of should politics be involved in football and all that. I think that football are hypocrites when it comes to this, because they'll tell you one thing, they politics in football, and then you have to celebrate certain things, which again, if you agree or disagree with, isn't the point. The point is, should politics be involved in football? I don't think it should.
I
I think
totally
you should.
agree with you there.
I just think that you should be respecting whatever you want to respect and stuff. But if it's no the rules, it's no the rules. And the Green Brigade have stepped over the line certain times. There's no doubt about it. And you know, like I say, I just hope that they realise now that Celtic won't be walked over, and I hope that Celtic realise that the Green Brigade are a good thing for the club.
Mm.
But I mean, this is a crucial time for it to happen, Corey. You know what I mean? We've got 6 games left now. 4 of them are going to be at home. So I'm sure you will see a difference on Saturday when you turn up at Parkhead, mate.
Oh, definitely, mate. I can't disagree with you there. I think what you said earlier on about respect, I think that's been lacking for the board to the supporters, including the Green Brigade. I think just supporters in general. I think there's been a lack of respect, a lack of treating them like adults, like you were saying, they were speaking like adults. Hopefully, this is the tide turning, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I think it might just be to get the fans on board type of thing. Oh, we've brought the Green Brigade back, but we'll wait and see how long that goes. But aye, it's crucial. We need them to bring that spark. That, but like you said, they've like maybe because Celtic weren't performing, Celtic haven't performed well, and the Green Brigade still get the crowd up. It's like the Champions League games. I went to a Champions League game. PSG played us off the park, and we were still singing for the whole 90 minutes. So I do get what you're saying, but I also disagree because I think they would always have a song, get people involved, blah blah blah. But did you see the Omen with the dates? I only
No.
seen the dates. See if you add up all the dates of the Celtics games, it comes to 67. Somebody added it up and they says it will come to 67, and I think it's an omen that, like, see the 18th of May, 10th of May, and all that.
Oh, right.
If you
Oh,
add
I
them
hope so.
together,
I hope so.
it comes to 67. So the that is an omen and all that fucking jazz. But I don't believe in any of that. But if we win the league, I'll be full of crystals and full of the spirits to pray for all our sins.
Well, put it this way, mate, right? Regardless of omens and stuff like that, we've got 6 games to go. 4 of them are at home. We're 3 points behind the leaders. We're 2 points behind the place in second. As we stand right now, mate, Celtic have got no excuses to be in this position after such a disastrous season for us. We've had 4 managers, 2 of them being the same guy. We've had
Nearly 8-year-old.
we've had players totally underperform.
Yeah.
We've had fighting off the pitch. We've had just controversy to start to finish. Even in
Aye.
pre-season, we get put out of Champions League. You know, even Brendan Rodgers saga, the Dermot Desmond statement about Brendan Rodgers. The list could go on. What's happened this season, and that's even without even getting into the whole fucking getting a French guy to America for a few weeks. That was a disaster. And then these wee boards, you know what I mean? These wee boards and these wee, I mean, it's just been an absolute mental, like, I can't wait till they had fucking end of the season analysis, mate. No matter what, like, happens here, even if nothing had happened up to this point, Corey, right? Surely the next 6 weeks are going to be mental as well, you know what I mean?
Oh, aye.
So,
Offending.
so it's like the end of the season, mate, is going to be. I can't wait to do the end of the season. But like I was going to say, mate, I'll sorry I interrupted you every second. But
That's right.
so so regardless of what happens, mate, we've got 6 weeks here. There is no excuses for Celtic now, mate. I'd love to be in this position if about under Wilfred Nancy, if you'd have said to me 6 games left, you're still only 3 points behind Hearts. I'd take it, mate. I'd take it. We've got to play Rangers, we've got to play Hearts at home, both of the games at home. The Green Brigade are back in. Things are starting to come together. Ian Atchell's maybe going to be fit now, hopefully. You know, Negrin's back in the team. The World Cup fucking qualifiers are over. Is everything fitting into place now that we could go on and win this league?
I don't want to count my chickens, man.
I'm trying to get you excited for it. I'm trying to get you up for
I
it.
know, but it's the hope that kills me, Jamie.
I
It's
know, mate. I
Celtic in a
know.
nutshell. And what you were saying with the end of the season review, I think that could turn into a series because
Oh, wow.
it'll be a madness. But I think that way the three teams that are in the title race, Hearts have overperformed and shocked everybody. Rangers where they were at this before Roll came in, they were 11th. They were miles out it, and then after now they're writing about it. And us, like you said, with all the calamities after calamities, we're still in it. I think it's very impressive at the same time and also embarrassing at at the same breath. But you're right. Under Nancy, if somebody said to you, like as the split comes up, you'll be right in amongst the title race. I wouldn't even believed it. I wouldn't even said I would take it. I wouldn't even believe it. But not the way we were fucking going. No chance. But I think we can still win the league. But I don't like it. It's an old cliche, but every game's a cup final. We can't have any more slip ups. We can't underperform like we have most of the season. We need to be on our A game. Every single player. Players on the bench need to come on, and if we're struggling, they have to come on and change the game. They have to. There's no margin for error here, but I've still got the faith that we can do it. But I also have that wee doubt in my brain as well.
Like I say, mate, we will probably do a preview on Friday for the game, will we? I don't think we've even
Aye.
discussed that. Probably will, but we'll do a wee preview for the game. But what I want on Saturday, mate, is a convincing result. For once, please, let's go out and get an early goal. Let's go and take advantage of this, this feeling of how we're back in the title race. Let's take advantage of Ian Atchell being fit and scoring goals. And, I don't know, man. I just feel like we need to make a statement on Saturday. Let's go. We're the first team up. I know Hearts are playing at the same time, right? They're playing Motherwell away, but we're the first team up at home. You know what I mean? We've got a you would like to think that's a game that against St Mirren right now, who all right, they've had a good couple of results in that, but they've just got a new manager and stuff. You think this is a game now where we could go in here and really put down a statement about this? Do you know what I mean?
I've been wanting a statement result for a while, and the
Aye.
last time we've had one was Dundee United back in January, and hope Martin O'Neill coming back. I thought that was maybe that's us going to kick on. We're going to go up this table. We're going to win it, but it's kind of stalled a wee bit. But I 100% agree with you. We need to go out there, set our stall up straight away, get a good few goals in the first half, and just kill the game. Just make it an easy 2-3-0, whatever it takes. Then after we can be happy, and it'll give us more confidence going into the split.
I think what Graham said last night on Off the Underside is an interesting point about how getting into these last matches, Hearts are about the only team with number 9 who scores and who's scoring goals. You know what I mean? And that's why I've said about Ian Atchell. I want him to do it. Chermitty's just no doing it for Rangers. The guy's clearly got ability. That overhead kick against Celtic was fucking unreal.
Yeah.
Nadiri, you were saying earlier on, could be out for the rest of the season.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So, I mean, Hearts have got Shankland. I'm just hoping that's no the difference, because when you get into these games, it's all about goals. It's all about scoring goals and trying to win matches and that. And I'm just hoping and praying that Big Ian Atchell now is like, you know what? I've been out for a while. People have kind of lost a wee bit of faith in me and that. I've no kind of hit the ground running. I've not really been fit. I'm back in this team now. I've come off the bench on Sunday and I've scored a good goal. I'm going to kick on for this and I'm going to go and win a league title, man. That's what I'm hoping and praying, mate.
I definitely, and see the way this season has went, would not put. I wouldn't doubt that Ian Atchell would come in and become the hero that we've wanted. Especially if it was a guy who it was kind of underwhelming to an extent when he did sign, because we were kind of like, is he past it? But if he's going to come in and score as many goals as he can possibly can and win a Z title, then he's the best to do it since Larson.
So that's six games to go, right? So 7 games. He scored 1 goal, right? And how many do you think he gets in the next 6 games?
I'm wanting
Let's
10.
just assume he's fit and ready and in the team.
I'm wanting 10.
Oft, mate. Wow.
At least 2 goals a game minimum.
I reckon if Ian Actual gets 10 or more between now and the end of the season, we win that league.
See if he scores 2 on Saturday, my confidence will be a different level in the next episode. I think if we get that statement when Ian Actual looks like he's firing all cylinders, my confidence will be totally different. It'll be like that meme I've told you about with the Sopranos. Like last week you said we were out, but now you said we were in. What has changed? Oh, well, it's fucking Ian Actual. The man is back.
That's no Sopranos, that's Godfather Part 3.
I know, but they've done it with the therapist for the Sopranos. That's the
Oh,
meme
really?
it's going about. Aye.
Alright.
I know
I
what you
because
mean,
it was
and they
that.
pulled me back in. Aye, there's no that.
That was Al Pacino.
Aye.
First I was out, and they pulled me back in because
Aye,
he's
know
trying
that
to get out of
one.
the mafia.
Aye.
Godfather Part 3, that's an arse story. That's underrated, but anyway. Everybody hates
Aye.
it. I think Part 1 and 2 are so good that it makes the third look shiter than it actually is.
It's his son. I think he's class in it. Is it Andy Garcia?
Andy Garcia's brilliant, aye.
That's fucking
It's
brilliant.
just people think it's shite because the first 2 were so amazing. But
Movie chat.
what was I even talking about there?
Celtic. Are we
Oh,
winning
aye,
it or
what I
what?
was going to say there was I'm hoping that Martin O'Neill sits down with guys like Maida this week, right, and says, right, that's a split out, man. We've got 6 games here. Dyson, I totally appreciate that you're maybe want to leave in the summer. I want to thank you for everything you've done this season. You know, he doesn't need to tell him that he's underperformed, but just, you know, he's worked hard, Maida, you know what I mean? Sit him down and say, I'm fine, thank you, but this is where I need you. I need you in the next 6 games to turn up, show the form, show the player I know you are, because Martin O'Neill clearly loves Dyson Maida. He's always in the team, but even when he's no fucking performing, Maida is always in the team. Very rarely does he no pick him in the starting lineup.
Nah,
He's pretty much
rare, but
always in it. He's pretty much always in the starting lineup, regardless of what position he plays, whether it's left, right, or fucking centre forward. He's always in the team. So I'm just hoping he sits down with guys like him, even Rio Hitati, and say, right, listen, Rio, you done well for the last few weeks. I know you probably want to move on, but these next 6 weeks now are what we need. I need you to be there for me, be there for the team, and become another champion. Do you know what I mean? That's what you need to say to these guys.
even if he didn't let their ego a wee bit, like say if you go out there in these last 6 games, perform with the highest ability, you're going to get a better transfer out of it. Like
Exactly.
even just tap into that. Like if you think like you're unhappy and you want to move, go out there and show what you're all about. And
Yep.
I think you should say that even the people that don't want to leave, just go out there and show that you are champions. And I've waited for it feels like a lifetime for Celtic to go out and show that they're champions, and that's why I want that statement victory. A striker that looks like he's firing all cylinders, just a good performance all in that I can come home, think about the game and just do that was prime Celtic, that was standard Celtic performance. But
And that's it. I mean,
aye,
I mean,
that's all we need,
aye.
and I think if we get one of them, oh, one after the other, because
Aye.
I just breed confidence in that squad that we need. That we need that
I mean,
for the next 6 games.
it is obviously as a game at a time and stuff, but this is for me the time to start the cliches. If you're Martin O'Neill, and if you're Derek McInnes and Danny Rowe, you know what I mean. You sit down with your players and you drum into them how over the next 6 weeks, particularly Celtic, who are still in the cup, go like that. You know what? 7 weeks, see in 7 weeks' time, after all the fucking hardship you've been through this season, you could have 2 medals. You could be double winners, which is
Aye.
just mental, absolutely mental to think about. Potentials are very good. There's a high chance that could happen if you go out there and perform every week for the next 7 weeks. At the end of it, your reward will be fucking getting 2 more medals in your fucking medal book.
Do you know what I was thinking as well? See, because obviously at the start of the season, didn't make it to the Champions League, we felt a wee bit embarrassed that we went down to the Europa League. See, to be honest, the Europa League we done really well, better than I actually expected. So I would say that's a credit as well, because that's majority Martin O'Neill that we done really well, and I think see if he gets us a double, he deserves a statue outside Celtic Park because the man
Wow.
just he does he must work miracles. Doesn't matter what age he is, what players he's got, he'll work a miracle. And I think if he does win us, especially the league, if he doesn't get us the Scottish Cup, then fair enough. But if especially the league, if he gets us that, then there should be a statue outside Celtic Park of the man.
Definitely, mate. I agree. And there's loads of people, like I said, I done a video about that, and there was people saying, regardless of whether he wins the league or no, he should get one. And it's hard to disagree, to be honest.
Nah,
He has been one of Celtic's best ever managers. He's come in at a time where we really badly needed him. The fact that we've got 6 games to go and he's still kept us in this is just incredible to the man. But time will tell, mate. Time will tell to see what's going to happen and stuff. And aye, is there anything else you want to chat about before we call us a day?
Yeah, not really. Just how do you think the new manager's going to be?
We'll get into all that, mate. You really want to talk about all that now?
No,
You know who I want.
no.
You know who I want. I want to ask you, but
Same, aye, but who do you think we're going to get? That's the main question, isn't it?
I reckon they might go down the Robbie Keane route.
It's a risk, innit?
That's a risk, mate. That's a risk.
Aye.
But aye, let's
Another
just
day.
concentrate the next 7 games though, mate. Before 6 games before, 7 games hopefully. If we
Aye.
no 8 games, 8 games
Aye,
hopefully.
8 games
If we do that, mate. But aye, everybody, like it says down the bottom, as always say, subscribe to the Celtic Corner. We're only 6 subscribers away now from getting to do lives on our phones because you need 50 subscribers to start doing lives. So we'll probably start doing lives. I think we might do, Corey, is do like one of these a week, like an actual program. Maybe I don't know whether like a program during the week or whatever, and then do a live for like our reactions or whatever.
Aye, well, just after the games. That's
Aye.
how good. They get the opinions and thoughts of the other.
Exactly, mate.
Tims
Exactly.
Aye, that
Get
does
the
sound
Tims in. Get the
Aye,
Tims in.
more Tims the merrier, I always
What
say.
Tims are better. Come in and you come, guys. Don't be shy. Right, everybody. We will be back on Friday. Hail, hail, Monticello.
Keep the faith.